Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to hop on real quick and talk to you guys about some mindset tips. Yesterday we had all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the morning with the kids getting out of school, and we had, oh my gosh, we had awards and parties, and it felt like my day was all out of whack yesterday. I got to get used to that because they have a half day today and a half day tomorrow, and we'll be back out for summer, but I'm excited. So I wanted real quick, they get out at 1:30 today, so I wanted to be able to bring you some valuable stuff. If you're watching this live, as always, if you will hashtag live in the comments for me, if you're catching it afterwards, if you'll give me a hashtag replay, that would be wonderful. If you find anything in this valuable, please let me know what it is that you took out of it or what was the biggest takeaway for you. That always helps me with building content and bringing you guys valuable information. So, on our morning meeting this morning, we talked about mindset and how we can change the way we think. And I know I talk about that a lot in a lot of different aspects and areas, but I really wanted to dive deep into it today and just kind of give you some insight and how you can help yourselves on a daily basis, especially when it comes to your mind and what you think about yourself. We think these things about ourselves all the time because that's what we put in our head. Like, just to be vulnerable, my thing is my confidence. I know that I probably appear to be very confident on here a lot of the times, which I am majority of the time. But there are days that I fight my self confidence, and then as well as my self image. Just I've gone through different phases of life of gaining weight, losing weight, and as a woman, you tend to fight that. You fight your self image and what you look like a lot. And so I wanted to talk about how you can talk to yourself. I've talked about self talk before, but I've never really done a real in depth live on it. And I wanted to just kind of give you guys some valuable information and just maybe help you with this as well, because I know it's something that a lot of us struggle with. We are our biggest enemy a lot of the times when it comes to talking to ourselves. How do we talk to ourselves? There are times that we are very positive and we think very great things about ourselves, but then there's times that we just beat ourselves completely up. And now there's a line between there. Of course, you need to evaluate who you are and what you're doing and what decisions you're making. But if you know that there's things in your life that you're good at, then you also need to make sure that you're addressing that and being thankful for it and giving yourself affirmations. And so we're just going to talk about how it can shape your attitude and how you have abilities and skills and how you can learn these certain things. So you've probably heard the saying, like, you are what you think. And that's true. Like, what you think about yourself is what you are, because you believe that about yourself, which means other people are going to believe that. So every quality that you see in other people, like, I know there's people in my life that I think, dang, that's a really awesome quality they have. I wish I had that in myself. So every quality that you see in other people and that you desire to have in yourself can be learned. You can teach yourself how to have that quality. So regardless of your personality, you can change the qualities that you possess in your life. And saying it's not just who you are just closes your mind off to who you truly can be. So when like, what happens is we tell ourselves, well, I'm just not like that. I'm just not confident. I haven't been confident in myself my whole life. That's just not me. And all that does is close the door. It closes the door on the ability for you to be able to be confident. So your self-talk and our self-talk and our beliefs and our actions are ultimately the outcomes we get in our life. And so I wanted to share just a couple powerful techniques that I think can help you harness how to achieve that self-talk and how to achieve your goals and overcome self-doubt. And so the first one's going to be the power of affirmations. And a lot of this comes from a book that Zig Ziglar wrote a long time ago. Jen, my coach, she actually coached on it this morning. And so I took what she gave me and I put it into my own words and perspective, and I wanted to give it to you guys. So how many times have you ever noticed that your inner voice can sometimes be your biggest critic? Like I said, we sometimes are our biggest enemies. And so you can change that narrative. When you start using affirmations, you're going to reprogram your mind to build more of a positive self-image. Zig Ziglar has a quote that says, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. That's big. So your attitude, not your aptitude, is going to determine your attitude or your altitude. So how far you go in life is going to be based on your attitude. And that's massive. We teach that in school, but we don't always remember that as an adult. And so the second point I wanted to make was choose a quality. So think about one quality or attribute that you want to enhance within yourself. Maybe you feel it could be confidence, it could be resilience, it could be kindness, it could be punctuality, it could be determination, whatever that particular quality is that you feel like you're lacking in. Again, you have to kind of pick yourself apart and figure out, what area am I lacking in that I really need to put into place and perspective and get better at. So, what I want you to do is, you're going to repeat this. And again, I didn't make this up. This came from Zig Ziglar, but it's amazing. So, what you do is you repeat that affirmation to yourself. For me, for example, I would say, I'm Kaylee Payton and I'm confident. And I would wake up and I would say that every day. So, you say your name and what quality you want to be better at. Maybe it's punctuality. I am XYZ, whatever your name is. And then I am punctual, not I want to be, not I'm not good at it. You say it out loud and you say it like you mean it and believe it. And so even on the days that you don't feel like you are that quality, you still say it. Don't talk yourself down and say, "Oh, I'm horrible at that. Oh, I can't control my emotions. I am stressed. I can't control my emotions." No, 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 no. Don't say that. Say the positive thing. Say your name and whatever it is that is the positive attribute that you want. So that a way you can plant that seed for you to get better. When you start telling yourself this daily, you're going to start feeling a shift in your mindset. When you start allowing that quality to slip away that you're working on changing, you're going to notice you're going to notice it more often. So if you're saying that you're going to be confident, I am Kaylee and I am confident. When I'm going through my day-to-day activities and I notice myself talking down and I feel like I'm losing that self-confidence, I'm going to notice it and remind myself that, hey, I'm Kaylee and I'm confident. So repetition is key. Repetition is huge in everything you do. So what I have is a 2-week challenge for you. So for the next 2 weeks, what I want to do is, I want to encourage you to continue to repeat your chosen affirmation. So whatever that quality is that you want to be better within your life, like I said, punctuality, determination, goal driven, self confidence, whatever it is, write it down, say it in front of the mirror, and keep it as a reminder on your phone. And wake up every morning and say it. I'm Kaylee and I am confident. Then embrace that belief. You possess that quality. It's within you somewhere deep, but you have to start transforming it and you have to put it into play and you have to believe it. The biggest thing is you have to believe it. The next point is going to be embrace your growth. So remember that personal growth takes time and effort. It's not something that happens overnight. It is an ongoing compounded interest type of skill. You have to continue to take the time and the effort to help yourself grow in a personal way. So if you want better for yourself or you feel that you're constantly unhappy, you can change that. You do it in tiny steps. Now, don't wake up in the morning and say, I'm Kaylee, I'm confident, I'm punctual, I'm determined, because now you got too many things going around in your brain. Our brains are very powerful, but they work better when we break it down into small steps. So take those little bitty steps and take that one particular quality that you want to make better and focus on it. And then celebrate your progress, even if it's small. So you're going through the day and you notice that you are starting to be punctual. You're starting to be on time, even though your whole life you've been late for everything. Celebrate it. And you don't have to be like, hey guys, I'm on time or anything like that. But take a moment to yourself, like, oh gosh, wow, that's 3 events I've made it to on time. Okay, I'm Kaylee and I'm punctual. Just keep telling yourself that. Another quote from Zig Ziglar says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So if you don't start doing it, now you're just putting yourself even further behind. So if you want to do something different, you want to make your life better, and you want to make your life great, you have to start. So starting today can be the beginning of your greatness. Day one of the next best version of yourself can start right now. Just figure out what it is that's going to make you a better person. And as always, I just want to know how this works for you. Does it work for you? I know I've done things like this before. I did a negative challenge back during right around Christmas time. And every time I felt a negative thought come into my head, I would correct it and make it positive. I would reword it. And then I had to start over every time. So it took me a little while to go 24 hours without being negative. But it really brought it to the forefront of my mind of how much negativity comes through my mind, how much negative thoughts I was thinking all the time, which caused me to start thinking more positive. So for today, I just encourage you to continue, working on yourself. Practice this self-talk strategy today and just kind of see what happens with it. Take notes, journal it, see the difference and the changes. And then you're going to start seeing the difference in yourself. And then people around you are going to start seeing it too. So just remember that you always have the power to shape your mindset and become the best version of you. Stay committed and believe in your affirmations, believe in yourself, and watch how your attitude and your skills start to change, which then is going to change so much more for your life. So as always, I'm Kaylee, the teacher of finances. I hope you took some value out of that today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And I will see you guys tomorrow.